flavor, bro.
I be confused. But see, if you did shrimp, I understand why you wouldn't put sugar in it.
Yeah,
like,
bro. But
sense.
like, if you salt and pepper something that don't really got no flavor, then you really just eating salt and pepper.
That makes sense.
Like something bland still has a taste to it. It's just bland.
So
grits don't got no taste to it.
Right. So let me know, does it even make sense to put shrimp in your grits with cheese?
Yeah, because that's a whole joint, bro. That's
even
a whole
with
situation.
The cheese?
Bro, cheese in anything is a whole situation.
Oh, that's fair.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, but he don't eat them, bro. He don't even know.
But I said just cheese in a situation.
Cheese
you can add cheese almost to anything, bro.
Cheese.
Make it yeah, bro.
Whatever.
Hey, bro, spit some fucking music.
Oh, let's go. My bad. What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo. This is Dynasty Bro Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 105 or 103, 109. We somewhere up there. We in the 100s now. But hold up, stop. It's time to start the show. Let's go.
I saw what you did there.
I don't even know what episode this is in real life.
103.
103, bro. We out here.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, what where we going out of town when this album dropped? We went to Chicago, wasn't we? When this album dropped, and we was listening to it the whole way there. You don't remember that?
I think we went to DePaul, bro.
Nah, that was Chicago.
Okay.
The trip I was in the Jeep and it stopped on.
I remember the
we was rapping the whole time.
We was playing that Wale, that MMG. Yeah.
Hey, what's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 103. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Good times. Dynasty Bro Vic, aka ChiefsOSFF, here with my DJ.
Come on, man. I'm DJ Avo, man. We here. We live today.
That's when Vic was really freestyling. Vic don't really freestyle like he used to, but in them years, my guy had them bars. Remember the whole pinky ring line?
Yeah. That was a good time.
Hey, week 3, man. How you surviving so far?
I'm all over the place, man, to be honest with you. A lot of my 0-2 teams caught some dubs this week, and a lot of my, 1-1 or 2-1s or 1-1s caught some L's. So
yeah.
But for me, man, at this point, real season for me starts in the playoffs. Man. I'm just trying to get in. So really, I'm just trying to enjoy football because we missed it with it being the off season. So I'm enjoying watching the games and checking my scores at halftime and after the 1:00 game. So I'm learning to not just be on my app. You know what I mean?
Nasty. Watch this. It's good to see you not panicking, my bro. And we got a Don't Panic episode today, man. Telling you some guys that maybe you should panic about. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it's a good panic. Maybe it's a bad panic. I need Avo ad-libs all the time. But that's what we're going to talk about, man. We got some guys that in the preseason people were panicking about, and we can tell you what they're doing right now. We got some guys currently in season. Now we done wrapped up week 3. That people are panicking about, and we need to tell you is it legit or not. So that's what we gonna do. We always got the hood TMZ with Dynasty Bro Vic. We got some injuries, some major injuries too that happened, man, with some key guys. So we're gonna discuss that. We got some B team players of the week, flag on the plays, the closing, say something good to the people. We loaded, baby. So that's what we gonna do, man. So I got my bang. I told them I need some energy. I found that juice, so I'm ready to get that shit going, man. If everybody else down, Avo's spinning, so I know he down. Vic, you ready? You in your zone?
Ready, bro. Let's get to it, man. We're gonna be a little bit loaded with the news, but we're gonna be in and out. It's gonna be quick, man. So shout out to NFL memes. It was a jam-packed weekend, as you guys saw. So what went down on this eventful Sunday? Besides me eating wings with the family, chilling, catching naps, it was good. I'm still catching naps, but we saw a kick 6, man. So Justin Tucker, man. 66 yards. You got to see an NFL record go down if you watched it. It bounced off the crossbar, but it went in. That was fire. Tom Brady lost.
Bro.
Chiefs are last in the division.
That shit crazy.
Come on now.
They lost 2 in a row. Like, it was just jam-packed, man. So any given Sunday, I love to see it, man. You got to watch the games.
That kick 6 looked goofy, bro.
Yeah.
And it was like, why? Why are you trying that field goal, bro?
Well, the kick 6 was actually the return. I believe the return from Jacksonville Jaguars, because the Cardinals, I think, tried to make a long kick.
You're right.
So that was a kick 6 because they ran it back. So
it's too much, bro.
Jam-packed. But let's keep it pushing, man. So shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron. This Sunday, Brady heads back to Foxborough. He plays the New England Patriots. So basically, Bill Belichick on Tom Brady signed with the Buccaneers. Bill was like, he looked at his options and made his decision. We weren't as good as an option as Tampa. It wasn't a question of not wanting them. That's for sure.
Is that your best Bill Belichick
That was
tone?
my best, but that shit was trash. I tried to make it sound.
Bro, it was believable, bro.
Yeah.
I felt the
feel you.
flipping energy and attitude, bro. Like
All right,
it was
cool.
believable.
That's
I
what's
fuck
up.
with it.
I didn't even plan on doing that shit until we.
You got there. You got there, and I would like to say, bro, you hit a home run. You knocked it out the park, my G. Give me some. That's what's up.
All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Hey, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, they've been killing it on ESPN2 with the Monday Night
Facts.
Footballs. The guest lineup's been fire. Like,
Facts.
so last night they had LeBron James on, and LeBron got to predict the play, man. Run or
The
pass,
run,
or the pass.
man,
A little 50-50.
That
Bro,
was,
that's 50-50.
A little over under.
man.
You say left or right?
Yeah,
Like,
he just said they're gonna run it, but
it
it was
was
cool.
pretty
say over the
predict-
top
It
or
was pretty
something? Like, come on,
predictable,
man.
bro.
It was still a nice call, but one thing I didn't know during the lockout in 2011. I think I heard about the Cowboys offering him a spot, but I didn't know Pete Carroll and the Seahawks offered him a roster
Yeah, I didn't know
spot.
that one. We talked about the Jerry Jones thing. I knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
So shout out to LeBron, man. As you guys don't know, dominant high school player. I believe he played tight end, state records. I don't know if he won championships or not, but
He was number one.
yeah.
That's what I could say. He was the number one high school player.
Bro, when you 6'8", 240 in high school and can dunk on a 13-foot rim, probably, yeah, everybody wants you, bro.
Yeah, so check out the NFL Instagram account if you guys want to see some videos and highlights on that. And then the last piece, man, I want to shout out Sports Business Journal. I don't know if you guys know, but NFTs with all this digital content, cards, all this good stuff. The NBA has it with the shop tops.
Yeah.
So the NFL is going to be doing their own version of that. So I don't have any more details outside of that. But Dapper Labs, that's who's licensed to handle that. And I know we were talking about sports cards right before this. So it's just funny how you always talk something up and I end up kind of hitting on it.
Hey, man,
Comes full circle.
Just if you can go get you some cards and you enjoy that stuff, man, it appreciates the value. Just know that.
I seen some random NBA cards at Dollar Tree the other day. And I just walked past them. I should have grabbed them.
You should,
Why
bro.
not?
Like,
Grab
they go
Why not?
crazy over those. Like those dollar packs, be having some hits.
And the pack I seen had Luca on the front.
Oh, you should grab that.
Not saying it would have been a Luca card in there.
You gotta tell me what's Dollar Tree offline.
Nah, bro.
He about
Nah,
to go
bro.
slide in
My
there.
G about to come up on me, bro.
Nah, I actually want the football cards.
It might have been football in there too, my nigga.
All right, just send me the location. after you leave.
Pulling up.
Drop the Addy, my G.
Yeah. All right, y'all got any more news?
Nah, man. I don't think I got no news.
That kick, that long ass kick was dope. Something I saw and I kind of noticed it. I didn't know what I was seeing. Then I heard it from Pat McAfee. I don't know if you guys know this about baseball, but to throw something real far, you got to do a little crow hop. He did a crow hop into his kick to kick it that far.
I gotta go back and watch
kind
it.
of dope. They said, like, literally listen to Pat McAfee talk about it. He said he's been working on that for like a year. It changes up your timing. I don't know shit about kicking, but I do know that shit changed up his timing, so he had to switch it all up. I think that's just dope. That shows some real preparation out here.
Don't nobody got a better foot than Duncan Penderhughes. If you ain't seen Class Act, then you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Hey, man, that's facts.
Shit, I'm gonna go back and watch that kick now, bro. So appreciate that insight there.
sure.
And, bro, they almost blew it, man. Like
I
I thought the Ravens were gonna go off and have a field day, like
Right?
do whatever the fuck they want. But
They
shout out
was
to
slacking,
Detroit,
bro.
man. Shout out to Detroit. So
Shout out to Detroit and
more-
shout out to Lamar.
One more
still.
thing. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it later. What the hell did they do with Justin Fields, man?
they didn't switch up the offense.
What-
Yeah,
what
bro.
the fuck did
You
I see?
can't-
I
you
watched that
can't-
game.
You can't run your offense the same way with Justin Fields as you will with Andy Dalton. Two completely different guys. And the fact that you drafted him months ago.
Right.
If you didn't have no backup packages for him and be ready for that, then
Exactly.
shame on your coordinator, shame on you as a coach, all of that shit, bro. That's just bad.
Like that was garbage.
So let me just paint the picture of how extreme that was. That's like asking Peyton Manning to run Lamar Jackson offense and Lamar to run a Peyton offense. That's how bad that was. Like
Yeah.
two different type of players. You got to tailor the offense to their skill set.
And nobody's ever going to say that because they just want to make it sound like, well, Justin's so good, he should have been able to adapt. No, Justin has a way he played, and
Right.
as a coordinator and as a coach, you're supposed to utilize the best of his abilities, and that's not what they're doing, bro.
Well, I think that's gonna lead us closer to one of our next sections. Which one we doing next, Vic? 'Cause that shit got me riled up.
Yeah, man, let's get to these.
That was my flag. I hope you're not taking. That's your
What
flag
flag
on the
it?
play.
It's-
It's gonna be
flags?
hours.
Okay,
All right,
yeah, that's my flag
we
on
can
the
come
play,
back to the
bro.
injuries. So that's your flag.
Yeah, man, just the way they used Justin, bro. I sat there and watched the game. I felt bad. I'm not gonna say none of it was his fault, like holding the ball a lot, getting those sacks. They have a horrible offensive line, so that's just one of the things that you're gonna have to deal with. But I do think he held on to the ball for too long. in that same sense, they didn't do anything to utilize his strengths, man, to make it make sense for him. They had a week to prepare. Might not seem like that much, but I can see if you had a week to prepare with the packages you already been preparing him with. And that was not the case. And I think that's unfair, bro. So shame on Chicago, bro. They invested into a quarterback, and it's just making a mockery out of him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like not letting them play over. Bum ass Andy Dalton is already a fucking shame, and showing that you didn't have him. That just shows that they really meant that shit too. To not have him prepared, that's fucked up to not have him. How do you not? How did you really expect Andy Dalton to be your quarterback all year? Nothing wrong with Andy Dalton, but why would that be your thing? Like for real, all year that was you, and you was like, I don't have nothing else. He's us for 17 games, and that's it. That's trash.
And on top of that, that was against the Bengals too. Like that's a confidence booster game. Or wait,
no, that was the Browns,
the
bro.
My bad.
I know they got a good defense, but even with that, like you supposed to scheme him to where he's not getting fucked up by those guys, bro. Yeah. That's one of the best defensive players in the NFL, right there. You're playing against.
And they got some DBs.
I don't know shit about football, but I could clearly see. Like, hold up, man. That they're not even trying. He's just hiking it and getting hit.
I feel bad.
Shouldn't you roll out right or left?
Myles Garrett having a field day, but they didn't do nothing to protect Justin Fields, bro. It's fucked up. Myles Garrett's had a field day.
I see what you did there. I like that.
Damn.
I do got a flag, but you got a flag?
No, that was my flag right there, man. Just horrible. My flag is to the coach.
All right.
Straight to the coach.
Something I do want to call out, so it's not really a flag before I get into the real flag. If you go back to that Detroit and Ravens game, the clock actually expired. But I just want to put out there the TV broadcast clock might not necessarily match what's on the field. So just keep that in mind when you're watching.
True that. And it actually does that a lot, man. I didn't watch that motherfucker hit zero for weeks and weeks and years and years. It'd be like that. And
you probably think, hey, why isn't a delay a game? They didn't snap the ball. Well, they still got time on the field. You know what I mean? So shit like that. Right. But my flag actually goes to myself, Dynasty Bro Vic. Y'all know this podcast is the home of the B Team Players of the Week, Brodies of the Week, the guys who fly under the radar. I've been slacking, not getting no film on these guys, so we back doing the Brodies of the Week, right? So flag gonna play myself.
All right, well, do you want to just get to the Brodies before we do the injuries then? Since we can just transition into it, unless you just want to do the injuries. I got them ready and squared away. Yeah. However you want to do it, my G.
Go ahead and do the injuries, bro.
All right, and heads up, man. We did an injuries freestyle randomly when we was testing. I think we're going to just put that out on the fly eventually. Maybe put it on the Spotify and everything.
Let somebody hear that.
Yeah,
but on a serious note, man, here we go. A.J. Brown was pulled early in the game, man. Pulled his hamstring. They decided automatically he wasn't coming back in. And that was in a game that was actually a pretty close game. They could have used him, man, and they chose not to bring him back out. He took off his clothes. Well, he took off his jersey and his pads and stuff ASAP. So we're going to monitor that, man. He's always pretty much on the injury list week to week, but he just plays through it. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go to James White, man. It looked like he got a pretty bad hip injury. He was carted off, man, and that's a guy that pretty much stays injury-free, man. Got caught up on a nice hit. It's just, it's just sad to see, man. That's a good veteran out there that's been out there for years, doing it, playing everything right, doing everything good. So hopefully it's not nothing major. Waiting on that right now.
One of my starts this week, man. I definitely hate to see it,
but
man.
He was gonna look good.
He was, bro. He's been killing. So yeah, I like what I was seeing.
Let's get into Juju, man. We had Deontay Johnson already sitting out this week. Juju got hit and got a bad rib injury too. So we're waiting for more news on that. Those ribs are nothing to play with, man. You get hit, fuck up your breathing and shit. You touch, it's just real sensitive. So we'll see how much pain he can manage. That's really what it is when it comes to that. It's gonna take a while to heal. You just got to manage your pain. Right. Let's get into 2 wide receivers for the Giants that went out for the same thing. I called you hype about the Slayton. Man. It was the Slayton and the Javonte Williams. I was like, who am I in between? You was like, bro, Slayton is one of my starts. Dude, Shepard went out, and I'm not celebrating Shepard going out, but I'm like, damn, Slayton about to take off.
Opportunity.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard went out with the hamstring. Bro, 2 minutes later, it felt like out. Slayton. I said both of them got hamstring injuries. Bro. So yeah, both of those stud wide receivers, man, for the Giants, man, both went down with hamstring injuries. Couldn't come back for the game. So we'll see how those go. Those are gonna be day to day right now. We'll see how bad they go. See if they can suit up next week. I'm saving the best for last. Heads up.
For sure.
KJ Hamler. It was the Hamler and Tim Patrick show, trying to see who is gonna pick up next week. Step in, slide, and Judy went down, and Tim was getting looks and love regardless, But now it's look like Tim's going to keep on taking off because KJ Hamler hurt his knee and it looked like he's going to be out for the season, man. Unfortunate. Young guy they drafted last year, got a lot of upside. You know, was looking into him getting some more involvement into the offense, but it looks like he's going to have to wait another year to see that upside. Another young guy, Elijah Moore, you know, trying to work his way into more playing time, got a concussion. Those are never nothing to play with, so we're going to see how that goes going forward. I think they're going to get their guy Crowder back, so I think that's good for the offense in general. You know, help out a little bit for Zach Wilson because he's been getting fucked up. But best for last, man. Well, not best.
Yeah, what we're saying is the biggest name.
Yeah, biggest name. Christian McCaffrey, bro. You seen the run. He pulled his hamstring, and that shit was like immediate. They was like, nah, ain't nothing to play with. It was probably one of those things where like automatically before they even figured it out, it's a game that we gonna win. So they automatically said he was done for the game. But like even like right after the game, they knew it's gonna be week to week. So it seems like something that, you know, is gonna sideline him for 2 to 3 good weeks, man. And hopefully not more than that, man. I know that's everybody's number one guy. You see how they play him. He came right back this year looking like a stud. And hopefully, you know, the injury and ramping it up and just getting straight to it didn't put a hamper to anything going on right now. But like I said, at least it's nothing that's season long. Look like he's going to be able to just nurse it and come back in a few weeks. So, but just pay attention to CMC, man.
I mean, one thing to note, they didn't want to put him on IR, so that would have been automatic 3 weeks off top. I do think it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, it's no point in rushing back your franchise player. But I will say this, NFL got to get rid of these Thursday night games. It's a short week. You know, high chance, high probability of injuries. We already threw in the extra game on the season from a revenue standpoint.
Facts, bro.
Get rid of money.
Facts.
Get rid of money,
bro. I'm not a fan of these Thursday games, man. Like a lot of injuries. Like it's a short turnaround. Like
making that
players
short
would
week,
agree.
man, is shitty.
Bro, you barely like playing football and having just 7 days to recover for your next game, and then you're going into battle week after week after week. Imagine playing on a short schedule, like 4-day turnaround or 3-day turnaround.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. So I actually would like to see the NFL get rid of the Thursday night games.
Facts.
All right. Any other injuries before we get into the Brodies?
Nah, man. Let's just get straight to the Brodies of the week, man.
Brodies of the week, man. So again, this is where we like to highlight guys, you know, who get it done. It's more than just the Christian McCaffreys, the Devontae Adams. Shout out to those guys, by the way. But we got a lot of guys that's out here making plays, man. So that's what it comes down to. So I got a clip, man.
Okay, my guy got a clip.
Let's go and play.
100 round.
Hey, so shout out to Nick Westbrook-Akeem, wide receiver for the Tennessee Titans. Look at him. Scoring a touchdown off a nice slant against my Colts, man. But
that's Russell's brother-in-law.
Possibly, but he actually led the Titans in receiving. So he actually caught all 4 of his targets, 53 yards, and he had a touchdown, man. So you guys see it right there, man. That's how you do it, man. Catch the slant, don't break your speed, and just bust through there, man. Get upfield. So let us see it, man. Shout out to him.
The new AJ Brown of the offense.
It might be. You never know.
That's crazy. They got Julio. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into the next Brody of the week, man. Jeremy McNichols, running back for the Tennessee Titans. So he actually caught a 10-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Untouched, bro. Like
I seen it, man. It looked good, man. That was a good play.
It was what's crazy is like they weren't even blitzing. Like they were in zone, but no one covered the flat.
What's crazy is AJ Brown is out. It wasn't a Derrick Henry play. Who are you that focused on that you can't put an eye on this random guy out the backfield? Ain't nobody out there running around to be that focused on, you feel me?
Yeah. And the next guy, man, tight end for the Minnesota Vikings, Tyler Conklin. So, of course, he had a number 2 finish at the tight end spot, 7 catches and a touchdown, 20 points. Shout out to Conklin for balling, stepping in.
Ball.
For the injured Irv Smith, a.k.a. also the injured Dalvin Cook.
Damn. Put him in the dirt.
That's it, man. Brody's of the week, man. So, shout out to them, man. Like I said, it's more than just the big names, man.
Facts.
A lot of these guys putting in work and scoring touchdowns not easy or making an impact play is not easy, and these guys help contribute.
Ain't no A team without the B team week to week in practice, man. Pushing them to be the best they can be.
Shout out to DJ Avo, man. With the
come on, man. We had to get it back, man. We back. We back.
All right, man. So before we get to this main topic, DJ Avo, where can the people follow you at? Look at my guy multitasking, transitioning.
You can follow me at DJ Avo Love on the gram. You can follow me at Avo Love on the gram also. You can follow me on the Twitter at Dynasty Bro Avo. On Twitch, you can follow me at Dynasty Bro. Make sure you follow the Dynasty Bro page. We be going live there every Tuesday. Man, go. Shit.
What I guess you know now. Oh, just a high note. Avery. Hey, follow me at DynastyBro on Instagram and Twitter. Follow my Instagram page, DynastyBrosFF. Hey, my guy, where can we follow you at, Vic?
You guys can follow me at ChiefsHouseFF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you're listening, DynastyBrosFF. Join the Discord.
Hop in the
Get
Discord.
this free fantasy advice real time, year round with the bros. So yeah, the Discord link, we'll put that in the episode description, header, whatever we call it.
The biggest thing right now, the whole big ass conversation about Josh Gordon earlier. Tune in, get in on that. It's a real thing. It's a real conversation that we haven't had to have it all day. And a Peyton Barber conversation. Yeah. This shit funny, bro, but it's real though. These are real conversations and real questions that people got because you got to put your money where your mouth is when it comes to these pickups, bro. So yeah, get in, man.
I predict high scores for Josh. High scores.
Avery.
We'll see, man. Too many weapons. But
Too many weapons.
Y'all don't see what I'm doing there. High scores.
Oh, high.
You see me now. You got me. I'm gonna have to get that drop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that.
It's time to re-up. Time to re-up. I'm not mad at the hustle. But also, man, get on this, Marlon Mack. I mean, he's been a healthy scratch, so potential trade candidate.
What does that mean?
Healthy
Because
scratch.
when you said that earlier, I wanted to ask, but I don't. Healthy scratch from
playing.
Like this.
From playing.
Like this.
It's like
I'm good to go.
Basketball terms. See if you get it.
Okay.
Andre Drummond, when they was ready to trade him, bro, just sit down. You ain't playing.
They do the same thing in football.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because you don't want to fuck up the asset.
No, that makes sense.
Because Marlon Mack, low-key, will go out there and get injured. He will go out there and get banged up.
Even besides that, he still can run the ball, too. So, like, why not, he's middle-aged for a running back, 25, 26. So,
them good years, though.
Yeah, good years.
Them good
still
years.
in his prime, basically. So,
Gotcha,
why risk injury if
With all these guys going down, somebody going to want some Marlon Mack. He can go start right now. If he goes to the Rams right now, he they best running back right now.
Exactly.
Because Sony Michel ain't it.
Or go to Miami and let, Myles Gaskin take on that.
Third down back.
Or take on that PPR.
Okay.
Take on the 9 Himes role, basically.
Yeah, facts.
That makes sense. Okay. Watch out for them healthy scratches.
Yeah.
Avery.
All right, man. So panic plays, bro. What's the panic plays again?
All right, the panic plays are, look, it could be a good panic. It could be a bad panic. We just want to let you know these guys that, like, in our eyes, that people are, like, panicking about. And like I said, it could be a good panic. It could be a bad panic. So what we did was we like to choose a preseason guy that people were panicking about, good or bad, and let you know what they're doing right now and what we're doing with them. And then a couple in-season panic guys, like, we just finished 3 weeks, so like there's guys that people they want to trade, they want to go acquire, and we're about to let you know what we should do with them. If you need to get rid of them, if you need to invest in them, those are things that we need to do with these guys right now, because either they're on the good side of this panic or the bad side of this panic, and we're here to tell you which side we think they on, man. So those are the panic plays right now.
Fire, bro.
Actually,
I actually got 1 preseason panic and 3
bad
in season,
and I got 1 preseason and 2 in season, but there's a couple guys I could throw out on the back end that'll probably need to be brought up anyway.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
All right, I'm gonna start with my preseason panic, man. Mr. Jamar Chase, wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, rookie. So of course, with the preseason, just struggling with the drops, and again, he's been a year removed from football. So you would expect him, it might take a little bit of time to get back up to speed.
Facts.
But week after week in the preseason, just keep seeing drops, and a lot of confidence was lost within him, and then even within the sports world, especially fantasy football. But shout out to this guy, man. So ever since he stepped in, week 1, 100-yard game, touchdown. Week 2, touchdown. Week 3, 2 touchdowns. So he's balling. So granted, Higgins is out right now, but at the end of the day, he's still part of the game plan week to week. So shout out to Jamar Chase. Again, the talent's there, and just to see it start to come together. Granted, it's still early in the season, but he's, at least right now, man, he was destined, to have a great career, and I think that's panning out right now. So
facts. And I'll talk my preseason guy, man. This is a guy that I love. Everybody knows that, and he's super talented. But DeAndre Swift, running back for the Detroit Lions. I understand everybody's scared. They got rid of Stafford, brought in Jared Goff, downgrade. No receiver weapons. How the hell they gonna move the ball? Scared of the scoring opportunities. And then they brought in Jamal Williams, great PPR back. Man, he's going to take all the receptions because they really didn't even feed it to Swift last year. The only thing they did was prove everybody wrong and decide, hey, we're just going to run through the tight ends and running backs. Our passing game ain't nothing but throwing it out the backfield. So you got a guy that has 11 targets, 5 targets, 7 targets in his first 3 games, 8 receptions, 4 receptions, 7 receptions. He's not having the best rushing situation because the offense sucks. They're usually in pass situations because they start taking an L. He haven't got over 50 yards rushing, but long as you're involved, he has 60 yards, 60 yards, 40 yards basically in those 3 games, and that's just the receiving game. So any PPR play, Swift is going to be a stud. He's out there balling, and he's showing that him and Jamal can exist, but he just looks like the better guy, and I think they're going to keep going with him no matter what. But all that shit that we were worried about, we got to understand that sometimes, bad offenses are going to produce because they're trying to keep up. So that's what they're doing. Detroit done had 2 games now where they done played catch up, and they look like the thirsty team, and he's helping build that up in the end of those games and as the game go on. So Swift, keep throwing him in, man. He's gonna be a stud, especially in PPR, bro.
He's looking matchup proof too, man. Like you would think on paper, damn, he got the Ravens. They about to get blown out, but what does Swift do? Go out there and score, man. And so yeah, I definitely like the call, and I'm really, really learning to just trust the talent, man. Like of course, when Clyde got drafted to the Chiefs, people
fell in love with situation.
With the landing spot, but pre-landing spot, pre-draft, it was the Clyde. It was the Swift and Taylor show. Swift and Taylor. Some people even had Dobbins, but I'm just learning, man. Just trust the talent, trust your guys. So I'm gonna get into my guy. This is an in-season panic from for some people, not for me, but what rhymes with Swift. Wide receiver 55, Devonta Smith. Swift Smith.
A rapper can make it, can stretch it. It don't sound that good. It don't sound that good when you talk it. Yeah, bro, Swift Smith. Like when you talk it, but when you rap it though, it probably sound fire.
It flow.
Who's the rapper that would probably try to force that bar?
Gucci.
That's a Gucci bar. Definitely the Baby is throwing that out there for sure, and Lil Baby. They all making that work.
All right, man. But let's talk about Devonta Smith, man. So of course we saw him, early out the gates against Atlanta, 6 catches. On 8 targets, 71 yards, and a touchdown. But these past 2 weeks, two catches, 3 catches on coming off Monday night. But as you guys can see, he's still getting his targets. So he's still getting 6 targets here, 7 targets here. So I actually like him even as a potential buy low candidate, just given schedule's going to be a little bit tough, especially on the defensive end. So got Kansas City coming up. So, the corner's going to play him tight. Then they got Carolina, man. Carolina, don't sleep on that defense, man. They got some nice corners. And then also they got Tampa Bay coming up. So I think this buy low window on Devonta's going to open up, just given he's having a slow start. And again, you got to be patient with these rookies. I still love his game. I still love his talent. Even last night, there was a play where he kind of drifted upfield on like a dig route where I think Eli Manning even called him out saying, hey, you want to come flat, come flat. So he kind of went upfield a little bit. So, but it's all good, man. He's still adjusted to the league, but I still believe in the talent.
I met this guy named Dave earlier. I was talking to you about at the seafood spot. He just texted me and said, hey, I like it, big homie. I just replied to Stafford balling out. I sent him the link, man. I told him that we record every Tuesday. He's excited, man. He was good high energy people, man. I love meeting him. But
we gotta get him on. Shout out to Dave.
Hell yeah. All right, so I got a guy, and I know Vic said he was interested to hear what I got to say about AJ Brown. Because he's my number 1 dynasty receiver. I ain't gave up on him, bro. In Dynasty, for sure, not in Dynasty. But even in redraft, I ain't gave up. But listen to these numbers. This is why I understand anybody panicking. Bro, he done had 4 receptions, 49 yards. 3 receptions, 43 yards. Nothing week 3. No, he got banged up, but bro, we're dealing with AJ Brown. You got to deal with those injury games where he sits out. He's kind of like the modern day Julio at this point. How you got to deal with the 1 or 2 games Julio gonna miss. Injury report every week, but he's still gonna play. That sucks. The reason why I'm not panicking, even though the offense doesn't look that good, they finally look like they were clicking. I don't count week 2 when they came back because they looked horrible until they start coming back. It just turned to the Derrick Henry show. The offense isn't clicking. Ryan Tannehill just started looking like he's getting back into his, efficient ways. But the reason why I'm still not nervous is because 8 targets and 9 targets. Those are his week 1 and week 2 targets, man. And really, that's all AJ Brown needs. If you're going to give him 8 and 9 targets every single week, he's going to turn 5 or 6 of those into some decent yardage, potentially a touchdown. So I'm not nervous, man. I do think the offense will start clicking. I think they still got to figure it out, trying to manage 2 alpha guys. Even Julio's in his older age is still an alpha guy. So I still love A.J. Brown. He still look like the number one. He's still demanding the most targets out of that whole offense. So don't panic, man, in redraft. Hopefully come back. That hamstring ain't nothing but a week-to-week thing. He could bounce back, play for the rest of the year. You'll still have a wide receiver 1 on your hands.
Yeah, and you already know Tannehill's my guy. And keep in mind, man, they started off playing, again, in my opinion, toughest division in football. They had the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Yeah. So you're talking about an AFC team that's playing the NFC team. You're not used to seeing them. So those games feel like playoff games just because you're not familiar with your opponent. So, like you said, maybe that's contributed to Tannehill's slow start. Things should start turning around, and targets are going to be there for AJ. So it's still promising. And he even acknowledged, even on social media, like, I guess someone in his family said, "Hey man, you can't even catch COVID right now if you wanted to." So just to see him acknowledge that, laugh it off, and have fun, hats off to him, man. So it's just part of the game. Sometimes you get a slump, but I'm confident he'll bounce back.
Hell yeah, he's stupid talented.
All right, bros. I got a panic play for you guys that I still believe in. So let's keep it home, Mr. Jonathan Taylor. So again, 22 years old, is still young. Of course, he had a nice week 1 against Seattle, running the ball, and actually showed off his catching chops as well. He got involved in the passing game, but these past couple weeks, of course, playing the Rams, that was a little bit more of a tougher matchup. And then even this past week against Tennessee, even though he did have some nice explosive runs, but it seems like they abandoned the run. He only carried the ball 10 times. You got to give him the ball more than that out of the backfield. But this might be a nice, buy low as well for Jonathan Taylor. And again, some people may be panicking, but you got to look at the situation. We don't have the best play calling going on right now.
Facts.
Carson Wentz doesn't really look that good to me right now.
Marlon Mack looked good week 2. They got to do that healthy scratch because if he's going to be on the team, bro, they're going to have to play him. He knows the system. I know he's not as talented as Taylor, but he knows how to run in this system, bro. And if he's going to be there, he's going to eat at Taylor's touches because he's just good, bro. As long as he's healthy, he's just flat out good. I can't deny it.
Yeah, man. So again, the combination of play calling and offensive line not being consistent, and then quarterback play, it's not looking good. Told you about that Hard Knocks, man. That bad karma that comes with Hard Knocks.
Well, that's why they trying to trade Marlon to make it look like that's another storyline.
So, yeah, they need a storyline. Got you.
Come on,
I got our first panic guy for the wrong reasons, bro.
Okay.
Wide receiver for the Chicago Bears. Allen Robinson, man. For years he's been a top 12 guy. He's usually back in, but still, man, he's always demanding so many targets and everything. But let's talk about a guy coming in. Andy Dalton was his quarterback, and arguably, it sucks to say this, but that was probably his best quarterback playing with so far. And I still had some kind of confidence because Dalton was going to force it. You seen when Dak went down that he knew Amari was his number 1 guy, and even when Amari was banged up, he knew how to go to CD. He knows how to entertain his number 1 target. Week 1, you come in, you deal with it. You see he had 11 targets, you deal with the 6 receptions for 35 yards. It's like, well, at least he got the targets.
Yeah.
Then you go to week 2, 4 targets, 2 receptions for 24 yards, pissed off. You get saved because it was a touchdown in there. You like, well, at least he got a touchdown. Dalton goes down. Now you got the Justin Fields playing. We talked about that, and it's like, okay, he can be the savior. They can make an efficient offense. They don't do anything to switch it up for Justin. Makes it even worse. So I don't know when Andy Dalton is coming back, but it seems like Andy Dalton still, giving them 4 targets. I hate that. Now it just seems like you're hoping for a touchdown. And if it's not Dalton, then it's Justin Fields. And if they don't do anything to change that offense, I don't know what's going to happen. So I feel like going forward, Allen Robinson is not going to be a consistent play. He's good enough to have those games where it's like, he could blow up because that's just what kind of talent he has. But if you're looking for a wide receiver 1, nah. If you're looking for a wide receiver 2, good luck, bro. Like Allen Robinson is looking like a flex play and just hoping that you getting some numbers, bro, honestly. And I hate to say that because he's so talented, but the whole coaching situation and what they're doing right now, man, they're making that whole offense look retarded.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. You could tell Chicago didn't really have a plan on offense, meaning even going back to these past years. I'm talking about going back to the Mr. Trubisky days. Because now they're not really force feeding him the ball. So just given that, I think we're just starting to see the cookie crumble. You know what I mean? Starting to come to a head, and clearly the front office is getting exposed for not having a game plan for Fields. You know what I mean? Like, how do you again expect him to just step in and run Andy Dalton's Chicago style offense? So, yeah, man, I do agree. I have been benching Allen Robinson just because I just don't trust the situation right now.
Facts.
It's not the talent; it's just the situation. So if the team can't figure out how to feature their guy, you know, their main guy who's been the face of their offense these past years, I don't want no parts right now. So it is a wait and see kind of thing.
Damn, man, I don't really know what to say, man.
He's on my bench right now, so.
Mine too, bro.
All right. I got another panic for you guys, man. He's a rookie. I'm not panicking on this guy just because he's a rookie. So I understand you got to be patient with him, especially a guy that plays tight end. So Kyle Pitts, panic plays. So I feel like people who are panicking are the guys who took him, you know, in the top 5 of the rookie drafts, or the guys and gals who said this guy's going to have a top 5 tight end finish. Like for me, you can't forget about the veterans, the Kelseys, the Hawkinsons, the Wallers. Like, I don't have Kyle Pitts in my top 5. You got to be patient, but does he have the talent to do it? Absolutely. But with the Atlanta Falcons offense and led by Matt Ryan, who's out there just turning the ball over and getting sacked every other play, it just doesn't look good. So this is a panic play for me, though. I will say this. I did bust a trade this week. Shout out to my guy, White Sam, Fireman Sam. We actually traded he sent me Jamar Chase. I sent Kyle Pitts.
It was a good trade.
Yeah, but mind you, I had 3 tight ends. This is a spot where I got Mark Andrews,
and Logan Thomas.
Yeah, I was about to say TJ. Logan Thomas and Pitts.
Yeah.
But I lost a wide receiver because I bust down the trade. I traded Robert Woods for Michael Carter and some other pieces because I have a young team. So I'm like, look, I need to beef back up my wide receiver spot. So I got 3 tight ends. So
facts.
But at the end of the day, I still love Pitts, man, and you just gotta be patient. So it's all gonna come together.
All right, I got a guy. I just want to throw a name out. I don't know what side of the fence I'm on, so I just want you to help me out. I don't think we've ever really talked about this guy in a while. How do you feel about Robert Woods going forward? This is a guy that consistently, we can always count on him getting hella targets, getting some good yardage, and, you know, always find his way into being a top 15-ish wide receiver, even if it's back end.
Flirt with the one.
Yeah, but with Stafford's love for Cooper Kupp, and then not minding going to Higbee and not minding just throwing that ball around. They're getting Deshaun involved.
Van
Jefferson's getting involved. You know, so it's just like a situation where if it's Kupp and then the rest of the guys, it's not a Kupp and Woods show. It's Kupp, then the rest of the guys. How do you sincerely feel, man? And the problem is the offense looks dominant right now.
It do look good.
And he's very little involved. So, like, how do you feel going forward, man? Is this a guy that you got to just downgrade a little bit until he finds some rapport? It looks like the rapport right now is just the Kupp and Stafford show.
So I'm going to size it up like this. It feels like the Robert Woods, Allen Robinson might be in the same boat, but I trust Robert Woods more.
A whole lot more because the situation is just better.
So that's kind of where I'm at. But
lower your expectations.
Yeah, I was comfortable to trade him. But it's one of those things where also I need to learn my lesson. I traded with Cooper Kupp last year. So it's like you gotta be patient. So still a talented wide receiver. He's a veteran, definitely capable of making plays. So I think he's definitely gonna have his games and his matchups.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going into week 4. I still think it's too early just to kind of plant your flag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just as of now, he looks like a wide receiver 3/flex, and at least I trust him to not fall past that. I can see Allen Robinson flirting with, damn, I gotta bench him week to week, and having to flirt with the side. Who you playing this week? Allen Robinson or Tim Patrick? Without even knowing who they playing against, who would you play right now?
Tim Patrick.
Me too.
I mean, I trust Teddy.
And that's sad, ain't it, bro? That's sad where you invested in Allen Robinson and just not knowing what the hell they're going to do in Chicago. We over here playing Tim Patrick at this point of the season. And I agree with you.
Yeah, and some people might say, well, you saying be patient with a Robert Woods. Why can't you be patient with Allen Robinson? Well, that's because Chicago front office and coaching staff act like they don't know what the fuck they doing. So until they figure that out, the guy goes on the bench. I trust Sean McVay. You see them, prime time and confident, and the offense is fluid. It's moving. It's gelling. Like, we talking about a Stafford who just came in, and already it's just it looks like he's been there for like 5 seasons. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. So that's all I got, man, on the panic plays, man. So let's say this. Let's look at it this way. Who's a guy you feel you can really buy low on over the next couple of weeks? Granted, of course, we like most of these guys, if not all these guys, but who's a guy you feel really has the most buy low opportunity? And I can repeat. I went Chase, Did I talk about?
You did Chase. You did Ayuk.
Okay, I was gonna say, did I not talk about Ayuk?
Yeah, you did Ayuk.
I don't remember talking about Ayuk. Damn.
And shit. Now
Did I talk about Ayuk? I don't think I talked about him. Yeah, I didn't talk about Brandon Ayuk.
Go ahead and throw him out.
Let me talk about him real quick, man. So this is a guy. I think I did, but if I didn't know, we're gonna talk about him again because that's my Brody of the year. Brandon Ayuk off to a slow start. This is another panic play. Again, off to slow start. He had played like less than half the snaps against Detroit week 1, and of course he was battling injuries, and then we saw the snap count increase 54%, and then going back to last week 86%. So coming off Sunday night, so he's starting to get back on the field more. I definitely still love the talent. I love the situation. Future's bright to see him and Lance go out there. So that's a situation to watch, man. Some people might be impatient, so especially if Debo takes off, keeps doing what he's been doing.
Facts. I don't want to buy Brandon Ayuk because I don't know what they're doing. I don't think you can go buy Jamar Chase low, redraft or dynasty. Redraft, I think the best buy might be that we talked about so far might be AJ Brown right now, just in redraft, because he's literally I don't think he's gave you a top 12 week yet, and now he's currently banged up right now. And that's usually the perfect time to go buy somebody for the long stretch. So yeah, AJ Brown and redraft might be the best buy. But honestly, Brandon Ayuk in dynasty might be the best. Everybody's so excited. Second year breakout. We talking about the CD Lamb, still talking about Justin Jefferson. He's the guy that's not quite doing it. And I think all it's going to take is, bro, if Debo got banged up right now, I think Ayuk will turn up right again and then start regaining that value back. So maybe Brandon Ayuk might have the lowest dynasty value right now. But so yeah, I'll throw that out of the guys that we talked about.
My buy low targets, Kyle Pitts. Again, you gotta be patient with a tight end. I know I just traded him, but I needed a wide receiver. But I'm trying to go get him.
Good luck.
But if he keeps putting up these 5-point games, 6-point games, people may get impatient. We trust in the process. Yeah. But a lot of people want an instant return. Like, you got to be patient in Dynasty. That's the name of the game. It's a marathon. That's why we keep our teams.
He still calls Chase right now.
Hey, but, it wasn't looking too good for Chase at one point. So it's almost like you just got to move with the window of opportunity. That's what it comes down to. But Devonta Smith as well, another guy. That's my guy. Wide receiver 55 right now. The targets are there, 6-7 targets a game. I'll take that. Only, securing 2 or 3 passes right now. But
big facts.
Again, next few weeks are going to be a little bit tough, so I do see the window opening up to go get them in Dynasty.
Bigger facts. All right. Well, yeah, let's do this before we get into the say something good to the people. Avo, where can we follow you at one more time, my brother?
You all gonna follow me on the Twitch at Dynasty Bro Avo, but you also gotta follow the Dynasty Bros page because we be going live on there every Tuesday. And then on the Twitter, you can follow me at Dynasty Bro Avo. And if you find me on the gram, it's Avo Love. You know what I mean? You can follow me at all 3 of them places. But until then, follow my brother Vic. Hey Vic, where can they follow you at, bro?
Follow me at ChiefSosaFF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you listen, Dynasty Bros FF, and join the Discord, man. So it's lit. I like it. It's fun.
Hey, and follow me at Dynasty Bros on Instagram and Twitter, and follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. All right, look, we're gonna get into the closing, which we like to call it say something good to the people. And that gives us the platform to speak about anything we want to, man. Whether we got some positive news, just something sad that we want to shed some light to, something informative. Give us a chance to be uplifting and whatever we need to lay out there that's sitting on our heart, man, give us a chance to do that. So I like when we get into that. I'm excited. Avo always plays a fire-ass inspirational beat in the background, make you feel like you preaching to a choir and shit. So that's what we're going to do, man. We got any volunteers? Anybody want to go first? If not, I'll just roll into.
Go ahead, roll, bro.
All right, look. I don't know if I said this last week, but if I did, I want to say this shit again. Bro, we not getting no younger. Take care of yourself so you can live longer. Check on your people because everybody's going through some shit. And no matter what you want to do, man, go do that shit. I don't care how big it is, how little it is, man. We got one life to live. You got one chance to be happy. You need to do the shit that's going to make you happy, because if not, you're going to be living with what ifs and regrets. And that is damn near the wackest thing to live with, man. So the shit that you want to do, go out there and do it. Chase your dreams, whether you fall on your face. At least you know you tried that shit, man. So just go out and do some shit. That's what I'm going to leave on, man, to motivate some people. Go do some shit, whatever the fuck it is. Whoever's next.
I'll hold it down real quick. Just to kind of piggyback on what he said, since you only live once, you only got one time at this thing, as far as we know so far. You gotta, man, reach out to people you ain't talked to in a minute, man. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm gonna keep preaching that. Later on this week, my family's gonna be heading out of town so we can go bury my wife's grandfather. So, like, just another reminder that, you know, make sure you holler at your people, man. You ain't spoke to in a minute, man. Just somebody you hate, call them and tell them you love them type thing. You know, I think that'd be good for you, make you feel better, at least if nothing else. But that is my good word for the people. Yeah.
All right, mine aligns with everything you guys been saying. So make time for your family, spend time with them. Again, like these past 2 weeks, my parents been coming over. We've been watching football, and you know, the work week can be stressful, but just being around your parents, and you know, that's still my mom, that's still my dad, and you know, we just relaxing, enjoying food, watching football, taking cat naps. Like it's just a good feeling. So make time, spend time with your family.
That's hard.
Yeah, like that don't even cost anything. It's just a peace of mind going into the work week, and
facts.
You know what I mean? So
big facts. I fuck with that. That's it. That's what we right now with.
Family and friends, man. Family and friends.
You know, I like to change the mood up.
Oh man.
Come on, man. I'm able. Like I like to remind everybody, my brother Dot is so much better than y'all.
This song is so inappropriate.
This is how we ride now, man. Y'all be safe out here tonight. Let's go.
I hate Avo.
Okay, that's how I was raised. Money over women. I gotta give